what happens? Anything that you do, any business that happens ever, right? I told you that everything that is considered business is fundamentally solving problems, right? We proved it in the last session with a lot of time and 3-4 examples that I gave you guys, and we agreed. Now, to solve a problem, right? Either you are an individual, like any problem that you solve, the most important soft skill to solve a problem is communicating the problem, right? Because if you do not have very strong communication skills, you will not even be able to understand the problem. Is that correct? That to solve any problem, if you do not have strong communication skills, how will you even figure out what the problem is? Because to know the problem, you'll have to understand the problem. You'll have to ask people what the problem is. And without a very strong communication foundation, you'll not be able to figure that out. So that really becomes the core to you figuring out what the problem is, right? Now, let's come back to that consulting universe slide that we looked at earlier. So, Asmit, Akshay, tell me, how do you imagine your data science journey? What will happen? Like, what do you think will happen? Let's say you are a job seeker in data science. What all steps you will need to go through? Yep, guys. Begin as an analyst. Yeah, for a job seeker, Asmit, or if you want to like get into data science as a field, you would like to have some work for yourself, right? And to do that work, the whole story again starts on this consulting universe wala sheet. There is a problem that will come out from business. Now, that day we did not go deep into how will this problem be understood by you. How will this problem come? When there is a business need, let's say there's some problem in my company and I want some help, let's say. Or there are two scenarios I'll give you. I'm a company, I'm a employer, I want to hire people for data science consulting. So how do I let people know I want to do that? And what exactly am I looking for? What kind of skill set, what kind of person, what kind of tier college, what level of experience? That's for an employer perspective. Then I'm a job seeker like you guys, let's say, and I want to get a job. How do I let people know I want to get a job? How do I want to tell people that, hey, this position in your company, I want to come for it. I want to try for it. Second situation. Third situation. I am a client, like I am a company, and I need some data science consulting. So I'm looking for some other company or some vendor or some freelancer who can provide me data science solutions. How do I go about it? How do I let people know I want that done? All these three situations, at the end of the day, the first step in all three of these is some form of communication. Yes or no? All right. So the first step everywhere is like communication of some form. And now, what's going to happen? So what is going to happen is, let me talk each of the cases. As a job seeker, first I'll talk. So you're a job seeker, there you are seeing some posting on LinkedIn, on Naukri, or you got some call from a consultant regarding a particular job. They are either verbally or in a written format explaining you what the role is, and now you're supposed to respond, right? So overall, in this entire process, there's not even a question of your capability at this point. The only thing that matters right now is your communication. If you can communicate, you will be in the process. If you can't communicate, you'll not even be a part of the process. So without communication, so it doesn't even start. You might be knowing whatever Python, SAS, R, stats, anything. Without communication, the process doesn't even start, right? It's just you are at ground zero without it. So you look at the posting from the company. Now you review the posting based on how well the company has communicated about the role. If the company has communicated correctly about what the role is, well enough, you have those skills, you look at that, and now you send out a communication from your side in the form of an application saying that, hey, this is who I am as a person. That single piece of paper or that resume represents who you are as an individual, as a professional. And you communicate what you can bring to the table or what all you have in the best possible manner, right? That's what you will put it out for them, for these guys to review. Again, written communication comes into play there. Now, this company receives your application. Let's say you've communicated decently. You'll get a call back again. And they're going to ask you something. They're going to tell you something. And then again, there's some verbal communication. And then the interview is scheduled. Now, once the interview is scheduled, that's when for the first time your technical skills come into play. Otherwise, till now, the only skill that you really were using was communication. Yes or no? All right. So this is for a job seeker. The same way, a company. If I want to hire you, imagine if I don't even properly put up So if I can't even put up properly, what exactly am I looking for my job role? Obviously, I'm not going to get the right candidates. Yes or no? Right? So given that, again, even to get the right people on board, the communication is really important. How exactly am I writing? How clearly am I defining the job roles and responsibilities? How well am I putting my point across the table so that the person feels like joining my company in the first place? All of those things will matter. Correct? Now comes the case of a client. Let's say you are a freelancer. Akshay is a freelancer. Asmit is a freelancer. I'm myself a freelancer, let's say. And now there is a client who is looking for some help. Now, if I want to actually work for that client as a freelance consultant, I will need to communicate to that client in a manner that he feels that out of the 60, 70 applications that he has, I'm actually making sense. I'm actually reliable. I actually have the right talent and skill, and I have the right attitude. All of this he will know how? Based on the way I communicate. Again, right? That's all. That's all there is.